Hey y'all, I'm Littlefoot Silver Stacker. Welcome in. Let's see what kind of precious metals we have today.
Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're doing well wherever you're watching from. I was sitting here putting some stuff together, getting ready to start the year. This is my second year of stacking, so I'm just trying to get my stuff together. I had made this journal. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but ended up putting this together. It's just some scrap leather I had left over and bound it to a book and put a little bit of trim and stickers on it. And this is going to be my stacking journal for this year. And then I had Red go back to the PetSmart and pick me up one of these toys that Penny was playing with, that new little dog, and make it so that it had a couple magnets inside of it so that I could stick it to stuff and stick it to itself, and also put a zipper on the back of it so that way this is going to be my poucho for this year. I'm not sure if it's okay for me to make my own stuff. I really like to just kind of make stuff instead of buy it. It means more to me. It's better that way to me. But nevertheless, this is going to be 2026 Poucho, and this is going to be the book that I'm recording in. I went ahead and did a little upgrade since the last time I showed you the book. I added in a page marker here, so that way I could flip right over to the page that I was looking for. And then I've also gone ahead and wrote down what I'd like to try to accomplish. I know all the stuff I've got on here is going to be a tall task to accomplish, but if I can get some of it done, I'd be happy. I just want to have multiple goals, because usually when I head up to the local coin shop, it's not always what I want. It's kind of what I get when I walk in. It's always different inside that place. So, you know, I've spoke before about going in with something on my mind and then realizing that's not available or a little more than I wanted to pay for, and walk out with something that's a better deal. So I like to make my money in the beginning. I like to pay less than spot in the beginning, so that way right off the rip its value is at least spot, or maybe just that little bit less that I just paid. So that's just kind of how I think of it when I go in. So that's why I like to keep my options open. But I would like to come up with about 180 to 200 ounces of silver this year. I like to fill up another one of those 100 round cases that I had done. And I also like to have 100 ounces of bars. Right now I only have maybe 10 bars, and everything else is rounds. So I'm not sure why, but I think I'd also like 100 bars as well, just for variety, I guess. And then I'm also going to continue trying to collect some of that 90% silver. What I did last year was collected a little bit of that stuff at a time, and at the end of the year, traded that in for an ounce of gold. So if I don't make my 2 ounces of gold that I'd like to have this year, then I'll use that silver, constitutional silver, to swap in to try to come up to that weight. I'm also going to try to keep down on those premiums, keep them to a minimal, so that way I can reach that 500 total troy ounces of silver goal that I'm going for this year. So combined with all the silver I've got, plus what I'm trying to add, I'm hoping to get around 500 ounces in my possession. And like I say, these other goals, I'd like to reach every one of them, but realistically, I don't know if that's an option. Because I would like another 3/4 of an ounce of platinum. Right now I have a 1/4 ounce, but I'd like to bring it to a full ounce. And I would not mind having a full 1 ounce PAMP platinum bar, just like my 1 ounce gold bar that I was able to achieve last year. And then lastly, I'd like to keep on collecting some old silver dollars. So right now I've got like 45 of them. I'd like to try to get 50 of them this year, and if possible, a total of 100 of them by the year's end. So I'm gonna keep doing everything I can to keep stacking, no matter how big or how small. I'm gonna keep entering as many giveaways as I can. I'm gonna keep hunting rolls, whether that's going through rolls that Red brings me from her business that she works at, or if it's going to car washes or laundromats and feeding it some bills, getting change out. I'm going to keep looking for silver that way. I'm also going to do what my primary way of gathering silver and gold is, and that is just bust my butt. That means work side jobs, work overtime, just work. That's the only way I come up with money, is working. So yeah, plan 2032 is a go. That's the plan. I told my wife that, that's when I'll be 55 in 2032. And I'd like to have around 1,000 to 1,500 ounces of silver by that point. So that's just what I'm working on, just giving myself goals. But I'm going to take it day by day and just kind of see where I get to. So when I was putting the book together, I went ahead and went through and saw how many American Silver Eagles I came up with last year. I came up with a total of 42 of them. And I just wrote down the beginning year of 86 all the way to this year of 2026. So I'll try to fill in some of these blanks. But if I don't, it's not a problem. It's just like a little side goal that I have. So some more American Silver Eagles, and as well as these Canadian Silver Maple Leafs. I'd like to collect a few more of those. I don't have very many. And I haven't seen anyone from the community that has shown me any 1979 to 1982. Evidently, for those 4 years, they were 3 nines fine. Then in 82, they swapped over to 4 nines fine. So I'd like to see one of those if anybody has one. I have not seen any of those before. So that's what's going on with the book there. And I was just talking to you about trying to keep the premium stuff to a minimal. And as soon as I tell you that, the very first thing I bought this year was a premium piece. I'm a sucker for the DC comics. I don't know what it is. I just really like those comic book stuff. So I'm going to continue to collect the U.S. Mint DC collab. I know not everybody's a huge fan of it, but it's my stack, so I can play how I want, I think. And I got this from Vegas. It was not a bad deal. It's a pretty cool piece, too. So yeah, you flip the lid here and it tells you the specifications of it, the mintage of it, 5,000. And it's a 1 ounce comic piece here of Two-Face. So I saw that and I thought, there's not any villains coming out from the DC US Mint collab. So I'd like a few villains. So I grabbed this. It is a $2 coin to add to the stack. So yeah, I probably shouldn't start off the year with these ice creams. I should probably be doing generic. But Vegas had a pretty good deal on this. Let me see. Let me flip my book back open. I can tell you what's going on here. So yeah. Here it is right here. So when I got it from him, I actually bought it on December 29th. And spot price dropped down to $75.07. And he was asking $81.66. So I thought that was a reasonable ask of, $6 over spot for that 5,000 mintage piece. So first thing I did was pick up something I said I wasn't going to. So you see how the year could go. It could go a little sideways on me, but I'm just going to do the best I can and see what happens. And then during the holidays, Heather, aka Collector, was giving away some stuff. And I had one, a Roosevelt dime from her. And instead of sending me a Roosevelt dime, she sent me a bunch of stuff. She sent me this bar that she had that had a bear on it. And, hold it, let me try to open this thing. Hang on. That was part hand, part mouth right there. So yeah, she sent me this cool little bar. It's got a bear on it. See if I can't see it. I tell you what, let's try this. Got this thing. Let's hit this button. Let's see if we can see inside this hole. Yeah. So it's a 1 gram, 3 nines fine piece of silver. So I really appreciate that. This is way better than the dime. I really love the fractional stuff, as I'm sure you all know. And I've had quite a few bears come by the last year or so. So that's very fitting. Thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate it. But that's not all. She sent me these other prizes as well. I've got a 3 pence here, and this is from New Zealand. Let's see if I can flip this baby over. Yeah, this is from New Zealand, 1939, 3 pence. So this is the first 3 pence that I have. This is really cool foreign silver here. I don't know if this is going to show up as well. Let's see. There we go. Let me flip it over. The back side or the reverse. It's pretty cool. Let's try that again. So yeah, super cool. Super cool. And then she sent me this 5-cent piece from Canada, 1910. So another piece of foreign silver that she sent me here. I'm not sure if it's going to show as well with the flip. And the flip probably isn't the problem. It's probably me and my camera holding here. There we go. Oh. Let me flip this baby over real quick. So yeah, it's super cool, super old. And then she sent me this piece of gold. I totally wasn't expecting all this. Like, I was thinking she was sending me a Roosevelt dime. I'm having a hard time getting this to come up. Let's put this button. Whoop, I hit the wrong button. So, I was going to try to see if we couldn't put this under the magnifier here as well. See if we could see what's going on in there. Super cool. You see, it's an Egyptian piece, and it's 1/200th of an ounce of gold. It is super cool. Oh, let's turn it here. There you go. 1/200th of an ounce. Collector, you're too kind to me. I really appreciate you. Thank you so very much. In Vegas, I appreciate you getting that round to me super fast. That was really quick. Usually in my mountain town, mail takes a long time to get in or get out. So, all right. I just wanted to let y'all see what I had going on. I don't think it's a bad idea to write down your dreams and hopes, set goals for yourself, so that way at the end of the year you can look back and see what you were thinking about and how it actually came out. Hope you guys have a good one. Keep stacking. Every little bit counts. Oh, before I shut everything down, let's go ahead and put that 1/200th of a troy ounce that Heather was so kind to give us inside of my new little foot poucho here. So yeah, and I had never seen this before. Inside of this was a dog toy. Inside the dog toy, once it gets to a certain point, it tells you to throw it away. So yep, 1/200th of an ounce. We're going to soften the bottom of it, and in she goes. All right, guys, take care. I had Red fix me up one of these. She put magnets in his arms and knees. She gutted him and put a zipper inside of him. So I'm going to save my gold this year inside this little foot here. So yeah, it makes it so that that magnetic part's pretty cool. And if you come here and you try to take my gold, Penny! Penny! Where you at, girl? They're trying to get my gold. What are you going to do? Fight them for it, girl. Grab hold of it and fight them for it. That's right, girl. You don't let them leave the house with it. You rip it out of their hands. That's right. Fight them for it. And that's what'll happen if you try it.
Money.